Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. I am so glad you're here. I'm going to give warning because I'm feeling a little all over the place in the sense that I am trying to record a solo show with video. And so this is the first time I am using a webcam. I had to make sure that I hit record on the webcam and my Zoom recorder, and I don't know, just make sure the sound was going to the right place. And who knows if this is going to work out, but it's a little, I'm feeling a little old trying to navigate this right now. And mostly it's distracting having my face in front of me as I talk to you. But right now, as I'm recording this, I'm talking to no one. So it's just a little funny, but we're going to get through it. And it is important that we get through it because this topic is a big one, at least for me. If you are listening to this in real time, it is the day after Thanksgiving. Take a deep breath. We got through it. But the holidays, particularly since I became a mom, have become very stressful for me. And now that I've been a mom for going on 5 years and have also been a homeowner for about 4 years, there are some things that I've learned along the way on how to cope with the stress and anxiety, and I'd like to share them with you today. So the first one is start early. Before kids, before I was even married, I thought it was kind of ridiculous how early people started to get into the holidays. I would get into Halloween the week before or the week of. I refused to get involved in Christmas until Thanksgiving was over, and I just thought it was silly. But I have learned we need to start early. October 1 comes, okay, it's time for Halloween. Get those Halloween decorations out, get the costumes, get the candy, have it ready. Then November 1 hits, guess what? It's time for Christmas. It sure is. Can sprinkle in some Thanksgiving, but by the time November 1 hit, my kids' Christmas lists were ready. The decor started coming out. I have lists going for the people who I'm buying gifts for. And I just am going with it because it's so much less stressful. Last year, I didn't get my tree up for Christmas until the week before Christmas. And then it's like a week later, you're taking it down, and it's ludicrous. So this year, everything is going up early. Also, I always felt like I needed to kind of wait until it felt like Christmas to get into it. So, it's not snowing, it's not even super cold. And I just thought for all the Christmas stuff with the kids, I don't know why, I just felt like I had to wait until it felt more like Christmas. And like this year, nope, our Santa pictures with Santa scheduled, like I said, all the stuff is out. And like the photo one with the photos with Santa is really sticking out to me because I remember last year waiting until it felt like Christmas. I don't know. And then it's rushed. And this year, nope, their clothes are ordered for the photo. The thing is scheduled. It's in all the calendars. Done. So if you can, put aside perhaps how ridiculous it feels to be getting excited or doing things for Christmas come November 1, and know that you will appreciate it. The next piece of advice I have is to declutter the toys, especially if you have kids. Purge those toys, donate those toys, get ready for a whole slew of new stuff to come into your house, in your playroom. My house, we have kind of a double whammy because my kids' birthdays are in January and February. So they get all of their gifts at one time of year, and it feels like so much. And I remember last year thinking I purged, and then Christmas and their birthday came around, and no, didn't purge enough. So get rid of more than you think you need to. It's just stuff. They'll get more of it. And there are kids and places that need it. So it feels really good. This was the first year that I made my kids a part of the donating process. It was a little traumatic, I won't lie, but they eventually, at least my daughter, the older one, understood what we were doing, and that felt really good. I've also, decluttered some areas of the house that get filled with guests, you know? So even like the coat closet. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by my own face. But anyway, like the coat closet that was full, and now there's empty hangers ready for people to come over. All the stuff that was under the coats in that closet is cleared out. So it's truly an empty closet ready for people to put their stuff in. The linen closet, all the things. I don't know about you, but maybe you're already minimalist, but we don't need as much stuff as we have. I think that's what I'm coming to, at least in my own life, in my own house. And so kind of getting cleared out before essentially your house gets full again, either with stuff and gifts or people, feels really good. All right. The next thing is get choosy with your decor, okay? This is the second year in a row that I have come like the first fall weekend, gotten pumpkins and mums and done the whole thing for my front porch. But the thing is for me is that I'm not willing to actually spend the money that it takes for my front porch to look like it does on all the influencer pages on TikTok and Instagram. So what ends up happening is I just spend money and don't totally love the outcome. So I think this is the last year I'm going to do that. I will get pumpkins because we did carve pumpkins this year and the kids really liked it. So I will do that as an activity and put them outside. But beyond that, I think I'm over it. And, I don't know. I have memories of it being so fun, the day that my mom would take the Christmas decorations down from the attic and we would decorate the house. And I loved having a decorated house. And I want that for my kids. But man, I had a moment in the Christmas tree shop a couple weeks ago. We bought this house a few years ago, and little by little I've been adding new things to our decor. And so this year I went to go, spend my $50 that I spend every year on new stuff. And I went to the Christmas tree shops, and there was something about just the volume of stuff that really kind of irked me. Like the idea of just this being totally like just overconsumption. It's one thing when I think about the very specific, stuffed Santa Claus or a stuffed snowman decor that was in my house growing up. It's another thing to now be an adult and walk in the Christmas tree store and see 50 stuffed Santa Clauses that are all the same and all just, overpriced. And I don't know. It was hard. So I had some rules for myself. I would not spend more than $18 on a single item. And there were a few times where I picked something up and really looked at it. Like looked at it longer than I would normally and go, do you like this? No. So put it down. And I just got distracted again because my ring light died. So there we go. This is fun. This is fun, you guys. I will promise to do this a little better next time. So I would say think about your decor. Do you have to have it? Do you really like it? Or do you just feel like you have to keep up with everybody you're seeing on TikTok and Instagram and these extravagant decorations? Because I won't lie, I am guilty of that. I see those videos, I see those posts, and I go, oh, I would love that. That looks great. But in actuality, when I go to do some version of it, it's not really, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. And yes, as an adult, I would love my Christmas decorations and my holiday decorations to be aesthetically pleasing and gorgeous and beautiful and elegant and upscale, but the truth of it is that I have little kids and I am totally okay with my decor coming from the dollar store because that's the kind of stuff they like. And if I'm doing this for them, then why not? And a lot of my decorations end up on the ground because the kids don't care that they're decorations. They've gotten much better with this, but it's taking some learning, and I'm trying to get more light for myself, and I don't know why this is going off. You guys, I wish you could see this scene. All right, anyway. The next piece of advice is to think a little bit outside the box. So I joined the mommy Facebook group of the town that our family lives in, so that when we go to visit during the holidays, I have experts on what to do with the kids, where to go. Of course, you can use the Google, which I have used plenty of times in the past, but a holiday season, a lot of times things are closed. A lot of times, places have weird hours. And, I have looked up some things and ended up being kind of like disappointed with what I got when I got there. So anyway, I joined the Facebook group for the moms that are going to give me the real answers, the real stuff. They know what's going on, and just said, hey, I'll be in town over the holidays. You guys could drop some events or outings or places to take the kids to get a break and get them out of the house and tired out. Please let me know. Also with thinking outside of the box, I would say with gifts, there's a theme here. I'm trying to cut down on the stuff. So I have gotten a little creative with the Christmas list this year, particularly for my kids. They have summer clothes on their Christmas list this year. They have gift cards to the movie theater, gift cards to some of their restaurants that they like to go to, gift cards to the indoor playground near us, and memberships for the zoo, membership for some of the science center places around here. Just, I don't know. I think the combination of wanting to declutter my house for my sanity, but also just seeing how much plastic all of these toys are made out of, it just feels a little icky when you gather it all up and put it in a bin to donate. And it's, it's not a perfect thought, right? Because they're kids and they like toys, and I'm so glad that toys that my kids have grown out of can make some other kid happy. And I'm not trying to take that away. I'm just saying not all gifts have to be toys. And the next bit of advice, coping thing that I will share is schedule breaks. I don't know. I think just growing up, I have memories of my mom being, just very busy during the holidays. She was always going out shopping for presents after work. And, as the holidays were actually coming, the days before Thanksgiving, the days before Christmas, the food shopping, the hustling around. It's not glamorous. It's not fun. And for some reason, when I became a mom and bought a house, I thought it would be fun, and it's not fun. So what I've learned is to space it out, to start early, and to make sure that I am scheduling breaks. So for example, I didn't do it, but I thought about getting a babysitter for the time that we'll be with family during Thanksgiving. Yes, we have to travel, but we have friends in the area who I know have babysitters, and I just thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a babysitter come and maybe take them out to the park, or take them on a walk, or stay home with them so all the adults could go out to dinner. And I think I'm working up to that. I also think it depends on the culture of your family. Our family is very much we just get into a house and we play games and we have fun, but we don't really leave the house. And, for me and for the kids, it is so good to break it up and get that help. And even though family is there and definitely helping us throughout the time that we're there, it's nice to be able to spend time with family and not have someone be responsible for, following the kids around. So I don't know, consider that. It was something I had not thought of before, and I think will consider in the future. And, similar to I was saying with the mommy group and taking the kids out, taking yourself out. I have definitely over the last few years had to talk myself through those things. You know, going to visit family, particularly when it's not, you know, my side of the family, I had a lot of years of feeling uncomfortable going against the grain and doing what I needed to do for me and my kids. And I don't know why, truthfully, because no one ever said to me, you can't leave, you can't do what you need to do. I think I just didn't want to be rude. And now I know. At least 1 or 2 mornings that we are there, I need to get up and take the kids out. We need to go somewhere. We need to go and, you know, to a mall, to a park, to a play place inside somewhere. This is all definitely much easier in the summer, but that's why I've joined the mommy group, to find the indoor places. And, you know, that's scheduling breaks. And what's nice is that when I have them out of the house, sometimes someone will come with me, sometimes not. But when I'm out of the house also gets a break from kids screaming and all the things, so that when I come home, the family's recharged, the space is cleaned up, and then usually I get a little break. So anyway, just think about it for your family and the dynamic, and know that it's okay to schedule breaks before the holiday, during the holiday, and after. The next piece of advice I have is more of just a reminder, and you know from listening to the show that this is a big one, and if you want more on food and body, go to that body category and listen, but the advice is food is just food. Food has no good or bad attachments to it. Food is morally neutral. Eat what you want to eat. It's so much deeper than that. We all know. So like I said, go back and listen to those episodes, but this is just your friendly reminder. Food is just food. And the last piece of advice that I have for you today is, you know, the new year, your new year, does not have to start on January 1. I don't know about you, but on January 1, I am exhausted. I am fried. I have usually just hosted family for over a week in my house. We've just kind of barreled through Thanksgiving, Christmas, my daughter, my birthday, my anniversary are all in January. Last year, you know, my immediate family, we had COVID for January 1. And I was seeing all the social media posts about like, hey, new year, new you, all those things. And I was sitting there with a stomach virus. My husband had COVID. The kids were sick. And I was like, no, my new year is going to start January 20th. My new year is going to start February 1st. You know, these are not rules that we have to follow. You can start your new year whenever you want. And if January 1 feels like too much after a long holiday season, start it whenever you want. Just give yourself that permission, give yourself that break, and put the blinders on to all of those new year, new you social media posts, because they are endless and frustrating, but we make our own rules, right? So, all right. I think that's it. I certainly don't have the holidays figured out. I still have a lot to learn, but I do feel and sense a big difference between the first couple of holidays since getting married and having kids and being like the mom, being the adult of the house rather than the kid of the house. And I feel the difference between then and now, things I've learned and things that, you know, I kind of wish I just did from the start, but here we are. So anyway, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope this video came out well and I can work with it. And I will see you next time. All right, bye.